What's good with y'all? I want to share with y'all really quick a very short but very, I believe, urgent vision I received from the Lord about 2 days ago. So 2 days ago, I believe, Sunday morning, I got up and, usually I try like Saturday nights and Sunday mornings to, pray for the service and pray that, people come in and hear the word and that, they come and, receive the Lord and I intercede for family, stuff like that, So I was just doing my morning routine, getting up early in the morning, making sure I'm praying. And as I was praying in tongues and I just began to exalt the Lord and exhort the Lord, it was weird how it happened. So it was like, first it started off like in a familiar setting and in a familiar background. And it was kind of like an area in which I had just helped out with outreach a few days ago. And then it was just like out of nowhere, like the scenery changed and like the view I had was just snatched. It was like I just got snatched to a whole nother area. And all of a sudden, like I went from remembering or thinking about a familiar area to being snatched all the way up to like uptown, I want to say. And I don't know if it was uptown where I'm from, which is uptown Charlotte, or if it was just uptown in a major city in general. But I was uptown and I was like at an intersection. And at this intersection, it was like a bigger, like, I want to say it was a heavy set woman with like a jacket on and glasses. She got out the car and she began to swing on someone else. Like they began to like fight. Like they got out the car, they were yelling and they started fighting. And it went from her and this person fighting to like the view kept going back and back and back. Like instead of getting closer in, it was going further and further. The view kept getting further and further out. It's like I could see more and more people fighting. Like it was just masses and masses and masses of people fighting, like all down the street. Like, and it was a big main street, like a, not like a small street, but like a huge street, like, like multiple lane street, like a big main street in an uptown area, like a very wide street. And all up and down that block, like the whole street, there were just people fighting, just mass hysteria, like just mobs of people attacking each other, fighting, swinging on each other, yelling, fussing, all kinds of stuff. And the way it happened and the speed of it, I believe was to let me know that this is going to be something that's going to be taking place quickly. And I do believe it's going to be in more than one area. I don't believe it'll just be one city. I believe this is going to be something that we're going to see in multiple large cities and multiple areas. I do not know what the motive behind these mass riots, these mass mobs, this mass hysteria was. I may need to do some more praying to see if the Lord reveals to me what was the cause, what was the motive behind it. But I know for sure, it's probably going to be more than one city because he didn't give me a name of a town. I just know it was a major city and it was a big main road on the city. So it's best bet to believe that it's going to be in multiple places. And I believe this is something that we're going to see maybe in the next 6 months, maybe in the next year. I say somewhere between now and somewhere in between 2025, we're going to see this happen. So guys, stay prayed up. Stay in your word. Don't worry, don't fret. As long as you're in the Lord, you are safe. But this is definitely a time to stay in his presence, to stay in his face, and to seek him at all times because things are rapidly changing. We are definitely going through seasons of rapid acceleration. As we get closer to the return of Jesus, things are going to start happening faster and faster and faster. Like they say, the birth pangs. And with birth pangs, they become more rapid. They become, what is the word? There is less space in between them. As the baby gets closer to coming, the contractions become more sudden. So we're going to see more events happen back to back to back. It won't be an event and then a pause and then another event. It's going to start to be event after event after event after event after event. So it's best to stay in your word, stay in your prayer closet, and stay sensitive and obedient to the Holy Spirit at all times. Stay dangerous, y'all. Be blessed.